episode 49 of the 3 Counting Out podcast. My name is Era V1, and this week I'm joined by the New Day. One of you is which one of you is Big E and broke their neck?
I mean, it's probably gotta be Mike, right?
Why?
Why does it gotta be Mike? Why does it gotta be anybody? I was hoping somebody would step up.
It's the mid-afternoon. Yes, it is.
You can be sour and feel Mike's power.
Oh.
Hi, my name's Jackal.
No, you go ahead. I have my neck to put in a cast, apparently.
I was there for Kofi Mania Live from my living room. It was great. I'm FGK.
I was there live. Was I in your living room too?
You may have been.
Because I have a broken neck now. Hi, I'm Mike.
Oh no!
I can't. This broken neck. I can't remember.
So
yeah, because I laid it on the top of my skull because of a guy that can't wrestle.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
everybody buckle in, because we're doing a two-parter today.
It's the holiday season. I want to try to actually enjoy the holidays. You know, I don't got to be recording no podcast or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I also have to work next week when we normally record, so my fault.
Working men.
Working 9 to 5. But hey, we were talking about the New Day turning heel, both of them.
Yeah, in the worst segment I've ever seen, it broke my heart. It really did.
I was not expecting Kofi and Xavier to turn on Big E. That was weird. It makes me wonder, like, is Big E like secretly cleared, do you think? And like
no, I think he's done.
But then why would he be involved in the first place, right?
Because it's gonna be about the power of friendship at the end.
The end. It's always been about the power of friendship.
I think if he's not cleared, they're at the end.
You guys are missing the important part of Kevin being the final thing in Law and Order, going dun 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 dun. Dun. Sorry, that's the CTE from my neck injury kicking.
Oh, it makes so much more sense now. Because as heartbreaking as it was, don't get me wrong. God, that was so good, though. It was so good because it makes so much sense. Like, technically, Big E, he's like, oh, okay, now I'll be taking care of you guys. Now I'll make sure everything's okay. Now I'll make sure you guys aren't going to get into a fight. But
listen, Big E was on the pre-shows. He's been there. He's been at the pay-per-views and stuff. He's been there. He's been doing other stuff. Makes sense.
He was there.
But then he got a girl, and that's too far.
Well, Yim's sister.
Biggie.
He got a girl, and he got, unfortunately, one-on-one with the world's most dangerous man, Ridge Holland, apparently, who's still somehow kicking some way or another.
The ultra-mega heel of NXT.
Wasn't he supposed to, like, guys, I'm retired at one point? Whatever happened to that?
It was work, brother.
Shoot, work, brother. God damn it. I mean, and another thing that we have to think about, too, like, this was also... I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and guess that this wasn't their original plan to begin with until Odyssey Jones decided to be, you know, Captain to Smack a Bitch or whatever he did.
What?
Odyssey Jones, didn't he
get domestic charges or something?
Yeah, I believe allegedly. I thought it was sexual assault or something.
Something no good.
So saying allegedly because, again, I don't want our podcast to become the Odyssey Jones podcast.
No.
But it's as much as, you know, you're like, we shouldn't talk about it. I understand that, but that's also
Odyssey
the way
Jones,
that the story was going.
From everybody's favorite source of truth, Sean Ross Sapp, Odyssey Jones was removed from WWE TV when domestic violence allegations came to light. There was never actually, at the time, at least when they put this out, it says they don't know if he was arrested or if there were charges, but at least there were allegations.
Okay.
So obviously he did do something bad because he was getting all buddy with Kofi, and Xavier didn't really take too kind to it.
Hey, good judge of character.
Zachary Wentz, who was in NXT for a while, got accused, and then literally everybody in the wrestling community came out and was like, yeah, he 1000% didn't do that. This lady's a lying whore. And
whoa.
WWE just kind of went like, oh, our bad, we'll put you on TV, I guess, but you still can't work for us because we already fired you, so no takesies, backsies.
Yes.
I mean, be it as it may, lying whore or not, I still feel like there's going to be such a general public out there that's going to be so against, because there is, without concerning ourselves with the actual legality of everything, there are going to be certain people who believe the claims regardless of what other information comes out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you forever become associated with domestic assault. Yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
Unfortunately, unlike Zachary Wentz, where it literally, I think 20 people came out of the woodwork to prove that he was innocent and provided receipts, nobody's done that for Odyssey Jones.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that how they got, what's his name? Who was the dick dude?
R. Kelly.
Joey.
No, he just pissed on someone.
Oh, was that it?
Oh, there's a lot. Hey, there's a lot of dick dudes.
Are you talking
Brock?
about P. Diddy?
Brock?
No, he had hot deer piss or whatever you keep saying.
Brock was into piss play.
I think
allegedly.
Joey
Brock Lesnar, please don't sue me.
Joey Chestnut?
Not Joey Fatone.
No,
Joey
not Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut's the hot dog dude. Yeah, you leave Joey Chestnut alone.
He sexually assaults those Nathan's bratwursts every time
Joey
he sees
Chestnut
them.
should. Yeah, he violates those. Yeah. That's.
I can't remember his name. He had the big porno stash. He was at the first All In.
Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan. How in God's name did you get the hot dog guy from Joey Ryan?
I got the first name.
Oh, thank God.
They narrowed it down to at least all the Joeys.
Joey Chestnut and Joey Ryan are very
Joey,
different people.
I'm sorry.
Extremely different.
I loved
Joeys.
you. I loved you on July 4th as you sucked down another gluzzy.
God, you are so old.
Did I say that right?
It's a glizzy. Glizzy sounds like a off-brand Pokemon.
Glizzy with an I, not an O. Glizzy.
Come on, Kyle.
Glizzy. Come on, Kyle.
Jesus.
Come on.
Sorry, that was my brother, Fire Guy Kyle.
But
more like evil twin with that comment.
Regardless of all of that noise, the New Day breaking away from Big E, I think they kind of brought him out to sort of cement to all the fans, like, hey, we know you guys miss Big E. Yeah, this ain't happening. It took Edge 10 years to come back from his neck injury. It took Bryan like 5 years to come back from his injury. Like, sorry, if it does happen, it ain't happening anytime soon, if at all.
No, your neck injury is, the same.
No,
exactly.
you're all wrong. So Big E has been apparently doing stem cell treatment since like the day he broke his neck.
Oh, like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, like Rey Mysterio.
Oh, he had surgery on his left knee 5 times.
He did.
Like Randy Orton. Like every other wrestler that got injured and wasn't supposed to come back. Big E is going to come back, have the fucking singles run of his career while he still has one neck break left. And then the next time they put him in a match, WrestleMania, it's going to be for the WWE champion. Your WWE champion, Big E, versus Ridge Holland. And Ridge Holland's going to break Big E's neck again. And it's going to be an absolute horrible tragedy because everyone's going to think that Ridge Holland has learned. And he didn't. And it's going to happen exactly again. And Big E, unfortunately, Big E is going to be fine. But, it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be like, should he have come back in the first place? I can guarantee you they are building towards a giant Big E return. I don't want him to be injured if he comes back. But unfortunately, that's usually how that happens. I mean, look at Edge. He's literally injured right now. And he shattered his fucking leg into a billion pieces.
Well, that's
he forgot how to do a fucking body splash or whatever.
To be fair, Edge's body after he came back for the first time in WWE was made of like construction
hopes and
paper
dreams
and wet tape.
Listen,
wet tape.
My stance is that I want Big E to come back, and I think they are purposely doing this to build to a Big E comeback. I don't think they know when Big E will be able to come back, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're planning on it, and I think they're just going to keep Kofi and Xavier heel because it gives them more to do on the roster. They've never been heel before. We've never had a heel Kofi before.
Yeah, we did.
Ever.
Wait.
No, we haven't.
No, he's been eternal.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
When New Day first started, the blue singlet preacher New Day.
They said this is a new day and it's gonna be a bad day.
Because
were they heel back then? Were they supposed to be
when they
heel?
first started.
I thought it was just poorly presented.
Well, no. All right. So when they first started, they came out. They were supposed to be good guys.
Nice.
They're supposed to be gospel preachers.
Serious. Nobody took them fucking serious. So that's why they became bad guys, and that's why they started running down every single city they went to. And then all of a sudden, people started liking that. They were like, "Wow, these guys are pretty good at talking shit. This is fun." And then that made them good guys again.
Well, I don't remember them being heel at all.
Community.
I don't think I might have been for a coffee.
I just remember them sucking for a while, and then they got funny, and then they wore the Saiyan stuff and did bootios.
But do you not remember them getting funny by literally talking shit about every city they went to?
And they also...
I don't, honestly.
I know exactly when they were heel. It was authority time, because they were like authority cronies at the time.
Oh, no, like that's just showing up and doing your job. That's just being a working class man. No, man. You just listen. If you're a pro wrestler, you're happy to get work. If your boss tells you to go beat somebody up, you got to go beat them up. That's just how it is.
I think we're gonna have to run the tapes on this one.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember them being heel, but I'm excited because this is something new for them. Like they've been the New Day for 10 years. 10 years. Yeah. They've had it is more than time for something to happen, and I think the fact that everyone was talking about, Xavier's going to turn on Kofi and this is going to happen, and then they both turn together, I think that's very interesting to me. And I think, by putting Big E off on his own, everybody obviously wants to see them reunite. They're destined to go into the Hall of Fame together one day. Like they have to come back together at some point. And I feel like that's what this is eventually all building towards.
That is, I think, giving more credit than WWE deserves at the moment. But you know what? For sake of conversation, sure, buddy. I'm right there with you.
It's just one of many stories that's going on in the WWE right now, and there's 4 other stories that are going on that we should talk about, because today,
do tell,
on the day that this episode comes out on December 14th, you can watch Saturday night's main event. Would you like to guess which number this is? I looked up the Roman numerals. I learned Roman numerals for this question.
32. I don't know.
You're not far off.
100.
Really?
Oh.
I thought there was going to be a lot more. Oh, boy.
41.
I thought there were more, too. Not 40. Nope.
39.
29.
Nope, more than 29.
$1, Drew.
36.
32.
Did I say that already?
37.
7. That's what I said.
Damn it.
XXX VII.
Oh,
nice.
And all 37 people are clamoring for it to return, baby. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. At the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. So at a small, I guess the smaller venue.
But a Raw size.
A good wrestling venue, that's a good place to be over there in in New York. That's a good town.
Full disclosure time. When they briefly brought back Saturday night's main event last time, I went to one in Detroit, and to this day, I couldn't tell you a single match that happened.
Hey, when was it? I have a full list. I could tell you what happened.
I believe Ric Flair was there, but honestly,
I
have no
you said
idea.
It was in Detroit. Hold on.
Oh boy,
I'd say you date yourself, but I'm pretty sure you wrestled a match like last year.
Was it on March 18th, 2006?
Sounds about right.
In the Kobo Arena.
Yeah.
They ran Kobo.
Really?
Yeah.
Saturday
Kobo
night's
used to
main
host a lot
event,
of wrestling.
32. It aired on a 1-hour tape delay.
Ooh.
You saw Big Show defeat Carlito.
Oh, nice.
You saw John Cena and Triple H defeat Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, and Randy Orton in a 2-on-3 handicap match.
Oh,
okay, now that's a match.
You watched a 2-minute and 40-second women's tag team match. Mickey James and Trish Stratus versus Candice Michelle and Victoria.
I think you mean main event.
Was that before or after the lesbian stuff?
Prime booking for women in 2006.
And then your main event for Mike's Saturday night main event was a street fight. Shane McMahon defeating Shawn Michaels by tap out. Remember that?
That does sound good.
Wow.
Nope, don't remember.
16 minutes, 42 seconds, according to fucking Wikipedia. You also had Taz there. Your commentators were Jim Ross, Jerry Lawler, and Taz.
Also,
hear him.
No Ric Flair.
Nope.
Well, he was there in spirit.
Who knows?
No Ric Flair. Yeah, hold on. Maybe there was another one. I
can
can keep scrolling up. If you remember what year. Well, hold on. Now we're back in 92.
But then again, like I went to a random live event, so this was just a random house show that ended up having a street fight between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, don't name him, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they get crazy on house shows.
Otherwise I burst into fire. And it was absolutely fucking great. I mean, that was when Seth was using the pedigree as the finishing move. And that was a great match. I think it was for the title. And that was just a random house show. And then, you get Saturday night's main event and you're like, well, this is something.
Yeah, when I went to Raw not too long ago, they had the dark match was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa in a street fight. That. And it's just like, oh, okay, we're just doing this for the hell of it. All right, like nobody was. Oh, I mean, I was recording it, but like it wasn't broadcasted on TV or anything like that.
Oh no, that match is the one that's been all over TikTok because they keep on playing the clips of Solo being goofy.
A goofy little fella.
Oh, just a silly little goose.
Who do you think posted the point of view?
Oh.
But so we got 4 matches announced for Saturday night main event tonight. Point of clarification, we record these on Mondays as usual, so we don't know if anything else has been announced, but 4 hours or 4 matches and it's a 2-hour show, and I imagine there's probably going to be some backstage stuff and things like that. So probably sounds about right. Especially when you see what these matches are, they're definitely going to be matches that take time, and I think Triple H understands that. But he only books like 5 matches max anyway, So
I know. I really wish they would just find a happy medium. Those two.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, 27 matches. Triple H. 2,
3.
I think 7 is the number everybody should shoot.
That's
for.
a good number. It's a good
number. It's a good number. It's a good number. It's not 10. 10 sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
5 doesn't sound like enough. 7's in the middle.
Especially if you're. Oh, did I cut out?
You did cut out.
Yeah.
No, especially if you're introducing so many, much more titles like WWE is planning on doing. You kind of have to have more time for said champions to be able to defend their titles.
This is the time that they're doing it because the first match for Saturday night's main event, the tournament final for the inaugural WWE Women's United States Championship. You have, we don't know who's in the finals yet. So right now, here's our options. We have Bayley or Chelsea Green versus Michin or Tiffany Stratton.
I gotta assume that's going to go down to Michin versus Chelsea Green, right? You get one of those two, and it's probably going to be Chelsea.
Probably. She's put in work.
Yeah, she's been putting in the run of her life.
She knows Zack Ryder. That'll get her somewhere.
He's busy with AEW right now.
Oh, shit.
I think we can all agree that it's not going to be Tiffany Stratton because it's kind of odd to... I think it's kind of odd to stack, the Money in the Bank briefcase holder also having a mid-card title as well. I know it's been done in the past, but, when that has happened, usually they get the title taken off of them very soon afterwards when they win Money in the Bank. So it's like, I'm not really... It's like I'd like for that to happen. I don't think it's going to. I'm actually going to go in the way of Bayley knocking off Chelsea Green and Michin picking up the win because Michin is bitchin'. And I feel like down the line eventually Chelsea Green is the perfect person to take that title off of her, and Michin beating Bayley kind of feels like a bigger win on a show that they want to feel pretty important with Saturday night's main event coming back for the first time in however long to make the show feel a little bit more important.
I mean, I think Michin would be, Mia Yim, I'm not calling her Michin, let's be honest. Mia Yim would be a great United States champion, and Mia Yim and Chelsea Green do have a history there, so that's obviously where they would go if either one of them got that belt. But I think, I'm going to say this is going to go to Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton with Money in the Bank right now, she's in a spot where every single opportunity they get, they tease her cashing in on Nia Jax. If Tiffany Stratton cashes in on Nia Jax is officially a dumbass. Undeniable dumbass. And I know that's obvious, we all joke about that, but I really hope they don't make Nia Jax that dumb, right? Because that would just be her character missing every opportunity, not watching back her own matches to see Tiffany Stratton telling the ref, I'm going to cash in. And then as soon as Nia Jax starts to sit up, Tiffany goes, never mind, I'm not going to cash in now. Like, they're to a point where something needs to happen. I think because they don't care about the men's United States Championship, right? So I think immediately the women's
new gimmick Nakamura.
Well, he can turn it into something, but I think the women's championship is immediately going to be used to deflect Tiffany Stratton. It gives her something to do for a couple of weeks. I think from a story perspective, Tiffany Stratton is now in a very interesting opportunity because people are going to be thinking about her with that United States Championship. They're not going to be thinking about her with the Money in the Bank champion or Money in the Bank contract. And that gives her the opportunity to cash in at Rumble and become a double champion. And then it's fucking Tiffy time.
So before we get any further, and I was going to wait to bring it up until we got into the pay-per-view that just happened, but she did tease something, and for the love of God, I hope it was just, TV mind games, because Tiffany Stratton was at Deadline.
Oh!
And she did an interview saying, I can cash in this title, or this Money in the Bank, on anybody. And that includes...
I think that's just ratings. It's just ratings.
I hope so. For the love of God, I hope so, because I would hate that.
Yeah, I was gonna save this for the AEW talk, but since you brought up Deadline, I do want to. It legitimately could be for the ratings, because for the for the last 6 months, Dynamite has been getting record low ratings. The last Dynamite was the 13th lowest rated Dynamite in the last 6 months. They've been getting progressively lower and lower and lower, and NXT is now beating AEW in the ratings. The Wednesday Night Wars, WWE has come out on top. Then one thing I want to point out, okay? I'm going to tell you these numbers. They are very, very close in the grand scheme of things, and they are miles below where WWE used to be. To give you a point of reference, shitty ECW, right? Like when they brought it back, shitty ECW was pulling like a million. Okay. AEW, Dynamite, the last Dynamite got 586,000 viewers. NXT pulled in 593,000. Now these ratings are about to not matter because they're both going to streaming, but that is the current viewership numbers, and NXT has been consistently beating AEW.
And think Ricochet left for nothing.
I mean, well, it makes you think, maybe Tiffany Stratton does go to NXT, right? Like if the ratings they're starting to beat AEW again, and they're starting to do it consistently. They're starting to do it so consistently that I think they're starting to give a shit. You know what I mean? Like I think they're starting to be like, hey, we can show people that we're still better than AEW.
They're learning.
I don't think you put her on NXT just because of the sole fact that you have Julia, Stephanie, and Zarya.
She's from Overwatch.
Right? I love that Overwatch. Damn it.
But that means you would basically be putting her in there and going, we have no faith in these big names we just acquired, so we're bringing in somebody from the main roster. I don't think they're going to do that.
Or you turn NXT into a super show.
I think NXT is going to probably be raided here soon by the main roster, even though they don't know what to do with their women now. Because they have too much talent. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably one of those like, she won't, but she could.
Ultimately, probably nothing will come of it. And you guys are probably right. It probably will be like Mia Yim, just so that way you can, you can. Well, I wonder would Mia Yim be better on the chase, but
they
I really don't know.
Like, here's a new belt, so you'll shut your mouth. That's
how this belt or you could go with Bayley to just like get a workhorse on it right away, and it's like, hey Bayley, you're not doing anything. Fucking defend this championship. But I mean, who knows? The next match on this card is for another women's championship, a women's championship that actually fucking matters. Singles match for the WWE Women's World Champion. Your champion, Liv Morgan, versus your number one contender, Io Sky. So former champion stepping up. This is going to be an interesting match. And for a very long time for this championship, not Rhea Ripley.
Also true. First time that this match has happened that Rhea hasn't been involved with it in any way, shape, or form. So I like what Alexa. I like what
Alexa Bliss is not back yet.
I got Alexa
She's
Bliss
still recovering
on the brain,
from
apparently
having a baby and skin cancer, I think.
Pregnant. I like what Liv has been doing with everything. I am very excited to see it still going on. I am very excited that Io got her moment at War Games because, like we said, fucking Io is Miss War Games at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think with the way that Triple H has been booking things that he is sinking back into his ways of big losses need to happen on big four pay-per-views where as many eyes are on this as possible. I understand this is public broadcast television on the spot where normally primetime college football is.
And
I don't think that's enough for him to write it in and maybe give Io some extra powers to win this thing, unfortunately. So I still think Liv is going to be going nice and strong here.
I am inclined to agree. Good match, but I think she's going to retain. I feel like you need build-up, because how weird would it be if someone just took a title without build-up?
Wow, because that's never happened before.
That didn't happen to Shinsei, you're right. That didn't happen. There was so much build-up to that.
Well, Shinsuke had build-up. He had like a 3-minute entrance.
New character.
Yeah.
It's not feud build-up.
No, but
you don't need a
different
feud
it's a different
build-up.
Have you
Shinsuke.
been
Just
watching
give it time.
SmackDown?
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, also,
let
this is
Shinsuke
coming
cook.
from fucking your take on War Games was, man, Stephanie McMahon should crawl out of the fucking ring.
I mean, Twitter would have been popping off. I'm just saying. I was trying to save them.
So what about the match Liv Morgan versus Io Sky? Who do you think there? Which McMahon gets involved?
I mean, obviously they're gonna wait till Royal Rumble. Like, they're not gonna blow it now on a fucking Saturday night. So none of them. Maybe like one of their kids. I don't care.
Linda descends from the rafters.
I mean,
I'm the Secretary of Education.
Stephanie and Triple H's daughters have been training, so I mean, never.
Are they still 12?
Fuck.
What does that matter?
Time to play the game.
God. Negative one's been in the ring.
That is true. That is true.
You think Triple H was like, "Hey, Kamira, I want to show you how to take steroids.
Drink
I'm gonna
this.
teach you how to get buff. Drink this.
Help you out,
So, in my perfect booking world, that's never going to realistically happen. They would do what they've done before, where not with women because they wouldn't, have women be this violent. But Rhea comes out, interferes in the match. Io wins by the interference. We get a new champion because you do have to do something fucking relevant on a show to make people want to watch the one that you are already announcing in fucking February. So we have that, and then they go, you know what? I've had enough of your shit. And they go for, like a Hell in a Cell or some type of street fight that ends in just massive amounts of blood. Granted, women, so probably not going to happen there. But something radical like that, so it'd actually be interesting.
Radical.
Well, I don't know if there's going to be blood, because this is on NBC. This is on cable television.
No, I'm not saying blood tonight. Or blood,
Yeah.
Tonight, technically. I'm saying, so Rhea comes out, interferes in the match. On Saturday,
like later down the line blood. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a pay-per-view or
Royal
something.
Rumble, Elimination Chamber, whatever.
Yeah.
WrestleMania even. That way we don't have Rhea going for the belt at Mania because, they're booking her like Charlotte 2.0. We don't have a Charlotte. Put her in every major event.
Make her
every
goth.
major match. Yeah. But that way we still have her in a match. We still have it be a violent ass match because we know Liv doesn't mind doing that. And we get something entertaining out of it with an actual fucking storyline instead of just, look, two people facing for a belt. One win, one lose.
Yeah, I mean, I'll clue you guys in here before. Don't give your picks yet, but this is important for mine. Some context. The next match on this card is Gunther versus Finn Balor. I think this is the match where Judgment Day comes out on top. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. I think Liv Morgan goes out there. She has Raquel by her side. She has Dirty Dom by her side. Dom's distracting the ref. Raquel's smacking Io in the face. Io looks amazing when she sells for people. She fucking, she makes everybody look amazing. Liv Morgan is going to come out of this looking as powerful as ever. It's, it's just going to be a beatdown. Like, I don't even know that this is going to be like that much of a match. I think it's literally just going to be, there's going to be a point where Dom's going to be doing so much shit. He's going to get ejected. Like, there's going to be so much shit going on. I imagine there maybe Rhea comes in to run off Dom.
Watch Tiana bomb or whatever.
Yeah. Some fucky finish and 1, 2, 3. They go, you know what? It's a fucking Liv Morgan match. It's a Judgment Day match, and they get out of there. And then Liv retains and looks strong. And that brings us to our next match, and I'll open up the picks to kind of segue into that. Gunther versus Finn Balor. I think Gunther needs to go out there and chop the shit out of Finn Balor. Gunther needs to go out there and beat the ever-living piss out of Finn. And Finn needs to go back to being NXT Finn, right? Like, we need to see an extra gear out of Finn. Gunther can do that. Gunther he works very simplistic matches. So if Finn Balor is able to pull out even a fraction of what he used to do, I think that would leave an impression on people. I think we get Finn Balor, not coming close for the for the World Heavyweight Championship. So Gunther needs to win this. Gunther I don't think they're going to change a Raw championship this close to going to Netflix.
No.
So I would imagine Gunther was a very, very, very big part of Netflix wanting Raw. So I think they keep that on there. I think they make Gunther look strong. I think Finn Balor looks like a very skilled wrestler, but ultimately a wrestler that can't come up against, against Gunther. And Gunther could use his numbers too. He has Ludwig. Ludwig's been going out and making a name for himself now, so he's got a little bit more credibility. He could take the initiative, jump the rail, take out Finn, do something like that. And since the Judgment Day has a match before, that could leave Finn by himself here. Right? I mean, maybe JD gets involved, but maybe Ludwig takes out JD. Maybe Gunther just slaps the shit out of JD. JD fucking flops for anything. So, he's not really going to be much help anyway. I think this is going to be, if the last match was Liv Morgan beating down Io Sky, this match is going to be Gunther beating down Finn.
I think with looking at all the matches on this television special spectacle, I feel like this one is probably going to be the most wrestling match, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Like when people think of wrestling and they turn this on to give it a try, some grandma in her bedroom somewhere, even though I know that's definitely not the demographic they're going for. This is going to be the thing that will, I guess for lack of a better word, be match of the night. Maybe just Finn going out there showing off his athleticism, showing off the cells that he can do for Gunther, just absolutely bludgeoning him over and over and over again. This is Gunther looking dominant. I feel like this will be sort of viewed as a wake-up call for Finn. Maybe this leads into some sort of demon coming back eventually. I'm not positive. I'm not putting my eggs into that basket. However, I would be open to the idea.
Into Finn.
Ooh, kinky.
He hits him so hard
that the demon comes back. He said, "You know what? Forget my nut shot against Roman Reigns. I'm back."
Gunther paints his hand red, just like the red light.
Just had to grow back.
They did. So this isn't going to be the end of Finn Gunther, and I also agree that this is not the place for Gunther to drop this fucking title at all. Gunther wins. Finn probably has a bit of a wake-up call heading on into Netflix this time next month.
It is this time next month. Holy shit. It's literally going to be this time next month, the first Raw next month.
Yeah.
Shit.
I choose my words very carefully.
FGK, who you got?
Gunther. I don't have to really get into it. I just need Gunther.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, you know who's really gonna love this match? Our guest commentator for the evening, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh no!
The goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, he's gonna love this match. I cannot wait for all of the CTE, whatever bullshit Jesse Ventura wants to spew off. He's gonna talk about his time in Nam.
That's how they get you.
Putting this dude and the best part is that you know that Triple H is not feeding commentators lines anymore. They know what to say. He'll tell them something for a video package, but Jesse Ventura, they better have on a fucking delay. I hope
not.
To.
I hope they just go, fuck it, we'll do it live.
I want to play with the
I want them to just let it fly. I really hope so. I one of the things that I think is really going to be nice when we go over to Netflix is getting Pat McAfee back on Raw commentary.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. But I think, Jesse Ventura is going to do a great job. And Jesse Ventura, I think, is also going to like calling the main event because this seems like another, you're talking about a wrestling match. This one's definitely going to be some wrestling. Because wrestling has more than one royal family.
My God.
We have our undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, holding it since WrestleMania, going up against Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, on his heel path, ready to beat some fucking ass.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Cody is now the longest reigning champion in the WWE at the moment, I believe. I think everybody else is lost.
Did anyone else
either
win the title
him
at Mania?
or Gunther?
Oh yeah, I think Gunther.
No, because Gunther won it from Damien. No.
Oh, right. You're right.
When did he win it from Damien? It wasn't Mania.
It did go to Damien, yeah.
Because Mania was Seth, Drew, Punk beat up Drew, Damien cash in. And
yeah, so I guess it is. I guess it is Cody then. Yeah.
So the longest reigning champ in the company right now. Okay.
Cool.
And Kevin Owens is apparently the only wrestler in that company right now
with a brain.
with a fucking brain. He's like, guys,
he's the only one that remembers.
Did you forget? Like, this man tried to kill me at multiple points throughout my career.
Tried to run him over with a golf cart.
You guys are just forgetting that, and you're being friends with him again. Like, what is going on? Kevin Owens is like breaking the fourth wall right now, and I fucking love it. I understand, it's like he's a very good tweener at the moment. Like, he's not necessarily a bad guy. He's just saying, if you're going to be teaming up with the man that tried to fucking kill me multiple times, you're against me at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to kick your ass.
He's
rightfully so. He doesn't trust Roman Reigns. I think he's justified.
Well, and this has always been Kevin Owens. Like, Kevin Owens hasn't changed.
Oh, yeah. He did this with Elias, too.
Been the guy. Well, and yeah, I mean, he's done it throughout his whole career where, like, somebody will do something. He's like, that's not how this works. I'm supposed to say your name, and then you're supposed to come out. He's like, what are you doing? You're messing up the whole thing. And he just does this shit all the time. Like, he's the only self-aware wrestler, and I love it because it just makes him hilarious. I would love for them to be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, we're giving it to Kevin Owens. Why? Because we can. I don't know. And he just runs with the belt until whenever, and then he loses it to, like, Randy or something. But, I mean, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably just going to be Cody again.
Unfortunately, Mike, I agree with you. I would love to see Kevin Owens with another main event title run because it hasn't happened since the Universal title with him and Jericho back in 2017 at this point, where him and Jericho should have been that main event match for the Universal title at WrestleMania 33. But unfortunately, Kevin's favorite wrestler, Goldberg, had to get involved and make other plans.
Work for me, brother.
I feel like Kevin Owens should have something good happen to him eventually in the future. I don't know if it's going to be this night, this moment. Unfortunately, I don't think it is going to. I think you know what? I will say this, though. I feel like Cody is going to end up looking the weakest out of all of them because I feel like this match has a lot of shenanigans that could be involved with it. Maybe setting up something for whatever Cody is going to be doing at the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, Indiana in a couple months on national television for the world to see, so everybody can get their juices all titillated and getting ready for an exciting match happening in the future. Give me Cody.
Okay. Kev?
I do believe that it is not Kevin Owens' time tonight. However, I do feel like this is going to lead to. I don't think Roman's going to get it back. I hope to God not. Keep Roman around. Love having him. We don't need him back holding that title. So I think he's going to drop it. Like, I don't think he's going to even drop it at Mania. Maybe a rematch at Mania. So Chamber or Rumble, or maybe like the first Raw on January, like, or on Netflix or whatever.
What if
like something big
during Cena's tour, he goes, you know what, I want to face Cody, and Cody's like, you know what, I'll put the belt on the line. And what if it's like the first match of Cena's farewell tour, and right off the rip, he just wins it right out the gate.
Hold that thought, because I want to talk about what John Cena's. I think I have a pretty good path for John Cena.
Is he Saturday night main eventing?
No, not on this show. No.
He'll be back to Netflix.
Yeah,
I think that's his first appearance.
Yeah, first Raw on Netflix, January 6th. This is his first appearance back. But who do you have for this match, Kev? Cody versus Kevin?
Cody. Kevin will get his the next one, or like the big one.
I'm going to make my pick quick because I want to get into the John Cena thing while it's on the mind. I think there's two ways this could go. This is either Kevin Owens getting the win and taking the championship and having a nice little run until they figure out what they're doing after the Rumble, or this is Kevin Owens getting his ass handed to him by Cody Rhodes and saying, okay, this isn't working anymore. And then they make use of the conveniently now created WWE transfer window that they're using to put everybody on Raw that they want on Netflix. And then we get to see Kevin Owens have some actual hardcore matches on Netflix without having to worry about cable television. Personally, I would love to see Kevin Owens on Netflix. So I hope it's the latter. Unfortunately for Kevin, I hope he loses, but I hope he loses so that way he goes to Raw, because somebody else is coming back to Raw in January. That is John Cena. John Cena coming back his final year as an active in-ring competitor. So John Cena said he will still be around. He will just not be wrestling. This is the last year we get with John Cena wrestling in a WWE ring. John Cena is at 16, tied Ric Flair. John Cena's going to get number 17 this year.
Oh, God, I hope.
On Netflix, on Raw, which means John Cena will be a World Heavyweight Champion in 2025.
Whew. That seems... It sounds like you're saying that with like a little bit of prior knowledge. Is there maybe something in the books that you know?
No, pure speculation. Pure fucking speculation. Because here's the thing. You have to think about what where is John Cena going to go in 2025? Here's what I think. I think John Cena comes back on January 6th, the first Raw on Netflix. Gunther has just laid waste to Finn Balor weeks prior. He is on the top of his game. Ludwig Kaiser is on the top of his game. Imperium feels untouchable. John Cena comes back. They bring out the fanfare. They do all of this. What? Why isn't Gunther getting that treatment? Gunther's your World Heavyweight Champion. He's your guy on Raw. He's the champion of Raw. Who gives a shit about John Cena? So he's going to go out there and he's going to interrupt John Cena. There's going to be a little bit of back and forth. John Cena's going to trick Gunther into a World Heavyweight Championship match. I think John Cena is winning 17 when he comes back. I think January 6th, 2025, the first Raw on Netflix.
Damn.
Fuck it up. Have John Cena win immediately. Obviously, so then this puts
Cody
John
just
Cena...
gonna feud with Kevin Owens, or...
Cody is probably going to be in limbo on Raw with Randy, or on SmackDown with Randy and Kevin and Roman and CM Punk and whatever they're doing. But once Raw gets to Netflix, that's going to be the A show.
Oh yeah.
So I really, unfortunately, think Cody Rhodes is about to go into a little bit of a limbo as just a really long champion again. But I think John Cena is going to get it on night one. I think he's going to go into the Rumble. He's going to lose the Rumble. I think he's going to wind up defending his World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber. I think he's going to win that and retain it. Probably lose 17 at Mania. And then just kind of fuck around for the rest of the year and just do whatever the hell he wants.
I mean, I don't hate it. Do I think it's gonna happen? I mean, I don't know. I like it.
It's like it's there. It's there. It's a kind of half baked for me, but there's something there. I have to. We'll find it because we got a couple more weeks to figure it out.
My missing piece is if John Cena wins the championship, I don't know who beats him at WrestleMania. Like I don't know who gets John Cena beating. I don't know who gets to end that.
Orton?
Whoever ends that is the guy, right?
Orton? Oh, you mean new guy?
I mean, it
Kevin?
could be Orton. It could be Kevin. It could be.
I mean,
he has a
if we're
history
going
with
with-
John Cena. He does not like John Cena.
but if we're going with John Cena's history of putting over younger talent, there's one guy that they've kind of put above the rest besides for Gunther, and that would be a guy who apparently hits the ropes at 23 miles an hour.
I do not want John Cena's last WrestleMania match to be against Scott Steiner's kid. I'm fucking good.
Hey,
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
sorry,
think about-
I'm good.
Here's the problem. Think about what, and granted, this was under a different regime. Think about what they did to Kurt Angle.
Oh, they're gonna put Cena on the Percocets. I like it. All right, now I'm in.
No,
Oh,
no.
Dr.
What they-
Perkonomics.
him.
They
losing
gave
to
Kurt
Baron
Angle's
Corbin.
last match to a man that doesn't work for him anymore.
Yeah, gave it to Baron Corbin, who then they went, oh man, I don't know what to do with this guy that has one of the coolest finishing moves in the business. Well, we'll just put him on NXT where he's going to have the run of a lifetime, and then bring him up to the roster and release him.
I mean,
On to
if
the
we're
next.
if we're just throwing names out there, wasn't Austin Theory supposed to be the next John Cena?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they
But
ruined
here's,
Christ.
but here's the
Within a
thing.
month.
Here's the thing. Do you think John Cena
No.
can make
Oh.
you care about Austin Theory?
no, because
No.
we saw that match and it sucked.
But we saw
Yeah,
that
Cena
match
lost for
under
all the
Vince.
Make-A-Wish kids.
We didn't.
did.
We didn't see
We're gonna be
John
them.
Cena versus Austin Theory. We saw Vince McMahon presenting John Cena versus Austin Theory.
I mean,
Here's the thing. The only way you get that match for real is if they let Cena have a Bryan Danielson type finishing run. Do you think that's going to happen? Because I don't.
I mean, I think this is a Cena retirement tour. There is not going to be one person that keeps John Cena down. There is.
I can think
I'm
of
not
one.
talking about keeping him down. I'm talking about matches where he just goes balls to the fucking wall. Not like okay, this is a safe Cena match.
Y'all forget Cena can cook. He did a Hurricane Rana.
he did.
Well-
it was a Hurricane Rana for sure.
He can cook. He did this move.
He
Yeah.
did the
Apparently
lightning
Nia
fist
Jax
or
can
whatever.
also
Remember when he had the
quote-unquote
kung
do a
fu?
Hurricane
He would stand there with his arms
with
crossed
this
and he looked angry.
Fucking comb
and he-
over. Ugh.
Because
And then
he
he
made
hit
a
him.
movie in China and then the
Yeah.
people went, well, we're actually not going to release this. So that was all for really nothing.
Yeah.
I think the one person that's going to hold Cena back through all of this is Cena himself. I understand he can go. I understand he can do all this, but how many times is he going to be like, oh my God, I really wish Cena would show up tonight? Oh, he's on Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, he can't do this because of his upcoming contract. I understand he's booked for a whole year, but I feel like
Jimothy.
with all of these other things that are going to be happening behind the scenes that we don't know about and probably will never know about because that's just the type of guy that Cena is, that he keeps that shit under wraps. Like, this contract is going to stop him from doing this. He's probably not going to be able to do anything extreme because he's going to be worried about his face in future movies and this, that, and a third. I unfortunately think this is going to be a little watered down. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we're getting it. It's just, I don't think it's going to be as good as we all want it to be. I'm not trying to be super negative. I'm just sort of taking a realer
Yeah.
stance.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's funny
He's
you
got to
mention,
make 2 more seasons of Peacekeeper. All right.
It's funny you
The
mentioned
faces
Jimmy
cost
Kimmel.
millions.
you know, Jimmy Kimmel is a host of a late night talk show and a much better host of me than me, because we've been talking about WWE for an hour, and we wanted to talk about NFL.
Oh, oopsie poopsies.
So
we'll keep it an hour.
yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just talk about some NFL, and do you think we can squeeze it into one episode, or should I cut that in? Should that be the two?
You know what? I don't know if you'll like this response or not, but the first thing I can think of is that we'll talk about it and we'll leave it for future editor era to decide.
That works.
Of course, it worked for you, Kevin.
I'm just saying.
I need to know whether or not we're doing outros or not. Like,
No.
I've been FGK. Thanks for stopping by.
You were, but you're not anymore.
Maybe. No.
okay, well, hey, we want to be
get outta here.
real quick. Before you guys actually outro, we have to acknowledge because we get two of them this week, but we get a comment of the week. Our comment of the week this week is coming from Jackal's. Let's see here. Currently at 4.2k views.
Nice.
122 likes, 80 comments. So out of these 80, I have picked 2, and if you guys have 80, you can read them off as well. But I'll give one this episode and one next episode. This comment, hold on. This comment comes from Rogamus Prime.
Okay.
I think Rogamus Prime. Rogamus Prime.
His name.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely butchering that. They said, "Bruh, probably homeless. All that fire roasted his house. Just cooking. Interceptions thrown from your lap by a Make-A-Wish kid, and you still can't win. Beautifully done. Couldn't agree more about Gus. He should be sitting in the studio, stuffing his face with better-made chips and keep quiet. Well done." Clapping emoji.
Hell yeah.
I love that he was like, bro, your house is burnt the fuck down.
Bro is probably homeless now with all the fire that he's been spitting. That was
what I saw on the notification, was a comment that just said, bro is probably homeless right now. And I was like, I have to click on this comment. And I stopped what I was doing. I was at work. I was like, this can wait. I gotta
hold on. I gotta see that. That's awesome. Welcome, Michigan fans. Welcome to your new favorite podcast. I'm glad I can show everybody the way and say all the things that...
You doubled our sub count.
Yeah, see? That's why you keep me around. I'm a very spiteful person.
Ohio State will be our uprising.
Ohio
That's
State's
right, Kyle.
I hear Kyle's a big Ohio State fan.
He fucking better not be, or else he's not going to be on this podcast anymore.
I haven't talked to him in a little bit.
Good. Keep it that way if he's an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, all the comments on this video are just fucking great. I've read all of them. They're amazing.
I'm so good. You know what? The one thing I'm upset about is that I waited to the last game of the regular college season to be able to post something like that on the channel.
Really. Yeah,
I should have done it a long time ago. But don't worry, Michigan fans. It'll be a long off season. However, next season I will provide much more roastings to come because I got a lot of stuff I got to get off my chest.
Nobody in college football is safe. But
regardless, sorry, I'm stepping on your toes. I'll shut up.
No. By all means, take it. You're the man that got 4,000 views. Go, please.
Regardless, if you all enjoyed this week's episode of the 3 Counting Out podcast, make sure you are hitting that like button over on YouTube. Make sure you are upvoting this podcast, giving it 5 stars over on Spotify. Make sure you're enjoying it on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, all of the other various podcast locations, wherever you can get your podcast. If you've enjoyed the things I've been telling you, whispering sweet nothings into your ear, my name's Jackal Joker. You can find me over at youtube.com/Jackal Joker or twitch.tv/Jackal Joker.
If you enjoyed my exhilarating take on WWE, then you can follow me at youtube.com/FireGuyKev.
And I usually don't have to do this part because I usually put it in the outro. You can find me at twitch.tv/EraV1 or at youtube.com/EraV1Music.
I'm back from being in the deep mines because my chat cut out about 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
That's why he wasn't saying anything. I was wondering why he was so quiet, bless his heart.
Do we want to go into part 2 concussed? I don't know if that's really productive.
Well, I mean, Mike was already in the mine, kind of not really being here, so I think it's only fair that if he wasn't here, I think he might have to lay down for somebody real quick.
I mean, if you want to lay down, we'll do it. We'll go into part 2. Part 2 is going to be all fucking football, apparently, since we spent an hour on WWE.
I'm going to lay down here. I don't know what's going on. Oh.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll get on top.
I have a rock in my back or something. There we go. Up.
You have a what? That's not.
All right. There we go.
In my spine.
Oh. A rock?
I think he's pinning himself at this point.
Oh.
Somebody
count, please. Somebody count.
Somebody just.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell.
All right, ring the bell. There we go. And the end of part 1. There we go.
Why do you have a
Now
rock on you?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Man, 1 hour to the 1 hour to the dot.